Body contouring treatment protocol, cavitation. What I'm doing, I'm not standing on one spot, I'm moving the handpiece all the time. The concept of this treatment will be to flush the lymph, to tighten the skin. So first the skin is absorbed inside, and then I move when the vacuum releases the skin. How was it? Awesome. So we'll do one detach. How to get rid of the belly fat without surgery. In this video, I will share with you simple two-step treatment protocol, how to address local fatty deposits on abdomen area, as well as how to tighten and tone the skin. Before we jump into our treatment protocol, make sure you subscribe to our channel, send it to your ST bestie. It should be helpful and fun to watch. As well, if you have any questions, write them down in the comments. We'll be more than happy to address all of them and chat with you. Okay, let's start with our first step for the body contouring treatment protocol. We are focusing today on the abdomen area, and I want to start with the cavitation. Cavitation is the low-frequency ultrasound that addresses local fatty deposits. The whole concept that ultrasound goes through the gel that I will apply on the skin. It reaches the fatty cells. Fatty cells, they are liquid inside. So with the power of the vibration, the pressure inside of the fatty cell will rise till the moment when the membrane will rupture at the most weak part. So pretty much I will be targeting extra fatty cells that we want to get rid of by the way of rupturing the membrane, and then all the internal content will go to the interstitial, and then I will do vacuum, roller radiofrequency to flush it all with the lymphatic flow. Starting with the gel, I'm using the Firm Genius. So this one is based on the aloe vera, which is awesome, so I won't need to remove it after my treatment is done. It smells good like cucumbers. Cavitation, and we'll start in a second. I have my mic, so now I don't need to scream. Haha. Before the machine was so loud I couldn't actually talk. Now like all the problems are covered. So we are using the Zemits Bionexis Lite Pro device today. As soon as it's uploading, I would need to initiate the cavitation mode. So cavitation, I will be using 40K. 40K meaning the 40,000 vibrations per second. This is a safe and very effective way to reach deep adipocyte cells. Clicking on this, and then I would just need to adjust the intensity. If maximum is 60 on the abdomen, I would start low, like 20 or maybe 30 maximum. What you'll feel is the cricket sound. This is a pretty cool sensation, specific only for the cavitation. So as soon as I will touch the surface of the skin, you will hear like crickets in your head. None of us will hear it, it's just the patient. This is the reflection of the remaining waves reflecting from the bones. They don't reach the bones in the maximum patterns, it's just the remaining sound. So only you can hear it and it's just the sound. If you feel too uncomfortable, just let me know so I will reduce. 30 minutes, I don't need that much for the abdomen. For the first treatment, I would do 15, and I'll show what proper techniques I need to apply. So for now, it gives you this like this, but you'll hear a little bit different sensation. Ready? It's gonna be cold, I'm very excited. You'll hear it a little bit. If I will adjust energy a little more, you might feel it more intensively. Yeah? Awesome. So there are a couple of techniques with the cavitation. One of those, and the most effective one, is to direct and focus the power of all the ultrasound probe inside of the fatty fold. So instead of doing in this direction, I would use both of my hands, create the fatty fold and direct the ultrasound inside it. So I want first to achieve two goals. Focus all the power of ultrasound inside of the fatty fold, and second, reduce the potential flow of ultrasound deep into the abdominal cavity. How about the pressure? Not much? So my techniques are always pretty intense. I don't do it too light because I always want to have nice results, but I always need to have the feedback from my clients. As of the sound, feel... Okay. It's okay? Awesome. As of the pressure?
You can make it.
Awesome. I'm pretty good right now. So for now, harder? Okay. I will turn you a little bit from side to side just to show what are the other options, how to position the clients on the bed to achieve these great results. So what I'm doing, I'm not standing on one spot. I'm moving the handpiece all the time, and I'm using my free hand to push the tissues from this side and here I create another fold. So you see, I'm still creating the fold in between the handpiece and my hand to focus the ultrasound towards this direction. What does it do? So ultrasound, besides the fact that it goes through the skin and you will obviously improve lymphatic and blood circulation only because of the manual activity, ultrasound also works specifically targeting the fatty deposits. So the main indication for the cavitation will be to reduce local fatty deposits. It cannot tighten the skin, it cannot tone the skin structure. So if there is no fatty deposit, there is no kind of need to use the cavitation. Perfect situation is when you have like a stubborn fat deposits, when you've been fighting through dieting or exercises and they are not going away. So this is the indication to do the cavitation, like a pocket of the fatty cells to reduce quantity of those. Okay, one more tip how to make your clients feel comfortable and you be more effective with your cavitation. Ask your client to turn on her side when you will be at the back, and then the whole concept is to keep the lower knee bended so the abdominal parts and abs can be relaxed, and then you would just need to ask to breathe out, so you completely try to relax the abs area, and then you will have extra, my client doesn't have it, but you would have a little bit more access to the fatty deposits if there are such on the side, so it's easier to create the fatty fold with your cavitation handpiece. I'm going to show you how to do it. So with me being at the back of my client, I can either do from the top and push the folder up towards the handpiece like this and glide down, or you can start lower. You would probably need to move your machine on the other side and move in the opposite direction. So your handpiece go from underneath up and my hand will create this fold on top. This way you're not directing the handpiece inside the cavity, inside the abdomen cavity, and you're creating this folder. Whatever works best for you, from the top or from the bottom up. Okay, so as soon as our first step is done, it was the cavitation on the abdomen area, I'm moving on to the stage number 2. It's gonna be the vacuum, rollers, radiofrequency and infrared light combined all together into one hand. So the concept of this treatment will be to flush the lymph, to tighten the skin, to tone the muscles, and also to boost the neocollagenases through radiofrequency and infrared light. It will feel like very intense deep tissue massage. For this treatment now, we would need to use the radiofrequency cream. It is based on the glycerin. So the main concept of the cream is to make it slippery, to make it glidey, and also to enable the conductivity of radiofrequency. Radiofrequency, you might know it already. So radiofrequency will feel like warm sensation, but normally it is the current treatment that goes through your skin. The skin doesn't like to conduct any kind of current, so the skin will try to resist. As an answer of resistance, more and more thermal energy will be accumulated deep into the skin. As soon as this thermal energy will hit, I would say, the level from warm to heat, this is where the stressing condition begins. So your skin will feel it as a stress, and your brain will send the signals to stimulate new collagen and elastin fibers through fibroblasts. Normally, the results after radiofrequency will be seen 28 days after the initial treatment. So if you do the treatment once a week, you would do 4 treatments at least in a row once a week, and then the results will be like wow. For now, after 1 treatment, you would see the results of toned and sculptured area because of deep tissue massage, lymphatic drainage. Mostly it will depuff, but then results that will be from your own body with new collagen, meaning the firmer skin, you would need to wait 28 days after 2 days. Awesome. Okay, so I have my cream on, ready to turn on the system and adjust the settings. Different technologies will be happening at the same time. Rollers will move, help to glide. Vacuum will absorb the skin in the certain pattern that I already preset. Radiofrequency on this electrode will get the handpiece very hot, and the infrared light will also hit the skin on the dermal layer. Let me just turn it on to show it to you. Like this. The rollers, the vacuum, infrared light, radiofrequency you can't see, but you will definitely feel it. Same logic, so we always follow lymphatic flow direction from the periphery, inside down, from the top down. And I will be doing first more static motion, so I will place the wand, have the suction. Feel okay? Awesome. Not bad. This is just the first step. So my first step would be to activate the skin. I do want to let your skin know what's gonna happen. So I'm starting like a pie, surface from surface, layer by layer. A couple of passes. So first I'm doing very short pulses. When you have suction, release, the cream eventually will turn up clear, so now it's white, and then when it will heat up, it's like, as an example, like coconut milk. At the beginning, if it's cold, it's white and hard, and then when it's getting warm, it's getting melted. Same with the glycerin. When it's cold, it's warm, and then eventually when your skin is getting warmer, it will be more liquidish, like an oil, and it will get clear. So I'm using short pulses, short pulsation in, and pretty strong vacuum suction, so I can do a bit more just to let you know. Feel okay? Awesome. Okay, so couple of ideas. You can either move or try to do 2 rounds in one spot and then move. Then we go a little bit lower. Okay. So that was the initial process, just to wake up the skin, letting you know first what to expect and how it will feel. Now I will enlarge the pulse mode, so it will hold the skin sucked inside of the handpiece longer, but I will reduce the suction, so it's not going to be too painful. What about the heat? Did you feel any warmth? Slightly. Okay, so the longer I will stay in one spot, the more heat can be accumulated inside. So what I'm doing right now, I'm dropping lower the intensity, like 3, and I'm increasing the duration of the suction. Now it's gonna be 3-second pulse and 3 level of intensity. Feels okay? Awesome. I can do a bit more. Better? Okay. So I'm not moving the handpiece, if you can see. I move the handpiece only when I have the release. So first the skin is absorbed inside, and then I move when the vacuum releases the skin. Again, I'm trying to work with the deeper layers of the skin. It's still the preparation step. Couple of passes, couple of ways to proceed with this way. As a final, the most intense treatment step, now I adjusted it to the long, constant vacuum suction, so it's not gonna be the pattern any longer, it's gonna be the suction all the time, and I dropped a little bit the intensity to be still safe, thus effective, so I always will need your feedback on that. As soon as I'm ready, hit start. So I want to follow lymphatic flow direction, that's why I changed the directions of the rollers, starting from the side and moving inside. How was it? Awesome. I'm gonna do a couple of passes and then I will increase a little bit the suction to make it more fun. The secret tool how to release the handpiece is to have your hand next to the handpiece. So let's say I'm starting from here, moving lower, and then I use the free hand to break the suction between the wand, between the handpiece and the skin. So place the wand, move down, use your hand to release the suction, to break the suction. Or you can use your pinky. For example, if you're holding the handpiece like this, the pinky first is next to it and then just move it inside to break the suction. And the same logic from other side. Release, inside, release, release. When it gets pink, it's the sign of the healthy hyperemia. So it shows that all the arterial capillaries and blood supply is directed towards the skin, meaning that a lot of oxygen now is feeding the skin. Super healthy. One more tip, if you want to go even deeper, you can change the direction of rotation, and I will use the in. So I would need to choose when the rollers are rotating inside. So now I will hold the vacuum suction, rollers will move inside, helping to grab the skin even more, and I can stay almost on one spot by moving like maximum 5-inch back and forth, is physically stimulating this collagen and fibroblasts area. So let's say here, feels a little bit more intense, right? But not painful. That's the concept. So it shouldn't be bad. It shouldn't be unendurable. Okay. So if your client shows you the sign of complete agreement for you to go deeper and to be even more active, you can use a little bit of gliding back and forth technique. This is a little bit more intense. That's still comfortable, right? Awesome. This is when your client is on the back. You can also ask your client to turn on the side, and then when she will be on the side, I will have a little bit more access to the sides of the waist, and I will be able to do the same technique on the waist to sculpt this area. Okay, so for the side area, when I want to sculpt all the waistline, I prefer to use the smaller handpiece as it has a little bit more freedom to move. So I have the same settings as I used on the previous one. It just, this one doesn't have the rotating roller, so I cannot adjust what directions I want to use, but I'm using a very high intensity of radio frequency to tighten the dermal layer of the skin to boost the collagen production. Level 3 of the vacuum suction and constant suction of the vacuum, so there is no pattern. As soon as I'm ready, hit start, it's active. We have the infrared light in there, and now I can move it. Tell me if it will feel not comfortable, okay? Awesome. Okay, so what you can do, you can either start with the pulse mode, or you can do like I'm doing right now, when you are using the constant suction and gliding it from side to side. Feels like a very intense deep tissue massage, but this is one of the most effective ways to sculpt this area and to boost the collagen and also boost the blood and lymphatic flow. Not too bad? Yeah? Okay. Tell me if it's too much. That's very important. You can use it with one hand, or you can move two hands to help release and break the suction when needed. So when you do need to do other side, same idea, you just ask your client to turn. Right now I'm using my client towards me, the same settings on the handpiece. Reapply the cream, use both of your hands, place the wand and then slightly move. Find the most comfortable positioning for you. So this way I'm able to reach the even a little bit of the lower back, I would say. So it's more like sculpting on the side. So it's waistline, it's front, the sides of the abdomen, it's the muffin top, if I can say so, the sides of the thighs. In overall, more sculpting and more body contouring approach, I would say. So the longer the hand is stay in contact with the skin, the more suction is being generated. So if I want to be gentle, I would rather do short strokes. So I would do one, detach, one, detach. If I want to go deep and I want to be a little bit more intense, then I would do pum, pum, pum. So I would need to hold the skin inside of the fatty fold longer. Hold the skin inside the handpiece. Okay, so what might be? If you do a pretty intense treatment, as I'm doing right now, you might have a couple of petechia, which is the tiny red dots on the skin, which are not the bruises. They're just petechia, and petechia are the signs that the liquid part of the blood goes through the wall of the blood capillary because of the increased permeability. So pretty much it's just the released liquid content of the blood capillaries inside the interstitial between the cells. And that was our two-step treatment protocol, direct into the abdomen slimming and body contouring. So we started from the cavitation to target specific local fatty deposits and reduce the quantity of those. And then we followed up with the vacuum radiofrequency rollers and infrared synergy combined all together to flush the lymph, boost the collagen production, increase the skin rejuvenation, and overall tighten the skin and muscles. As soon as the treatment is over, you can, if you do want to, apply just a little bit of manual massage. If we do want to, the gel that was applied on the skin should stay there, because this is the beautiful leave-on mask. It can also additionally hydrate the skin. If you feel that it's too tacky and you want to make it easier for your client, you can use the hot towel, just remove excess of it. But overall, I see the nice tight skin hydrated. It can be a little bit pink, which is the beautiful sign of the increased blood supply, which is awesome. But normally you would see like a deep puff result, so you would see less edema, less swollen, and more tight and more contoured features. That's pretty much all. As of the recommendations, we would need 2 hours before, 2 hours after, no carbs or no food, perfectly if you can do so. At least 30 minutes of their cardio or any kind of exercises after, like a workout or anything. Plus, throughout today, if you didn't start yet, we have to finish 3 liters of pure water just to help your lymphatic drainage to flush through the body. Yeah? How was it? Perfect. Awesome. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you found it very helpful and interesting. If you like this episode, you will definitely like one of these 2 videos down here, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.